Hi guys, and welcome to day 16 of my new Daily Carnage content. Today is the Redacted, which is an SMG and it's level 8. It comes with the incendiary ammo boost, which means it is able to actually kill Zeds relatively well. The map is the running under pylons mission, so there's a fair amount of space, not too many obstacles. The little bit of going up and down hills, which obscures your view a little bit, but it's not problematic really. It's a relatively good gun, the Redacted, but SMGs are a weak class overall. It is silenced, it does have a red dot, that only helps marginally. The red dot is nice to see when you're actually aiming directly for a Z. Other than that, you are running and gunning as you usually would. You will chew for your ammo fairly quickly, as you do with most of the SMGs, or all of them bar one, the Apex. As you go through burst fire mode, as the basic, you'll go through 3 bullets for every trigger pull. It means that your clip size is relatively small in comparison to ones that can fire one shot at a time, and your overall clip limit is relatively small in comparison to ones that can fire 1 bullet at a time. So, with no more ado, we'll get into this, and I will show you how I obtain 3 skulls on today's Daily Carnage. So far we've had 2 full weeks of hitting 18 skulls, and even being able to show the spare day, so that I've been hitting like 21 skulls in these Daily Carnage videos for 2 weeks consistently so far. So we'll get right into this level. Start off heading through the trees, heading towards the pylons. I tend to pick small patches. If you can wiggle while you're firing your burst, you can hit 2 or 3 Zeds instead of just the one, especially if they're weak enough to be put down. I then aim for the big groups, as you just saw. They sort of stand up in bunches. So if you aim for a bunch of Zeds, like this one that's coming up, and just plow into it, you can get pretty much all of the kills. And I've already hit the first skull. I do continue for well after 3 skulls, so that you can see what sort of Zeds are coming. And yes, they eventually do become armoured Zeds. So if you don't get your kills early enough, you will come into tougher Zeds that you can't kill because you don't have piercing ammo, and this SMG per bullet is nowhere near strong enough to kill armoured zombies. But as you can see, we're about to come up to the road. I keep picking out the bunches of Zeds because that's where the best kills are, where you can get the extra bullets that have already killed the Zed will hit the Zed that's standing up behind it. So you just keep pushing forwards until you hit about here, where you start to get large swarms, and then you use your bullets to cut your way through the swarm, heading towards your next box. Always hold back some ammo and some in your clip, so that when you're coming up to the crate, you're able to clear any Zeds from directly in front of it or behind it, and most importantly the ones that may be standing right on top of it, blocking your entrance. As you saw there, you have the odd sneaky one that will be sitting either like directly behind it or to the left or right of the crates. On this level, that is a very common ploy. The Zeds are placed so that there may be one that will just be right underneath the box, so do be careful when you're coming up to them. Either have, as I said, some ammo in your clip ready to fire, or just put a few bullets at a box as you approach it, just to make sure that there's nothing just standing directly behind or laying underneath of it. And as you can see, we're progressing nicely towards 2 skulls now. and I just keep repeating what I say. Hit the bunches, push through the swarm that's about to come up, and then hold some ammo back in reserve ready for the next crate. And then wash, rinse and repeat until you make your full 3 skulls. If it takes you a little bit longer, there will be Zeds that are killable in amongst the armoured zombies, so you can pick them out and you'll hit your 3 skulls. Today is not a particularly difficult day. This is one of the easier runs, so long as you aren't facing the buggy, more difficult Zeds issues. I'm hoping everyone's hotfixes have worked out and been rolled out by now. The only thing I can say about this level is there's a lot of floating trees. There wasn't so many floating trees in previous versions, but as you can see there's another one. Lots of floating trees have appeared in this level. Maybe it's something the Into the Dead team is looking into. Hopefully they'll fix the graphical error with this one. Other than that, you can see that I've just hit 3 skulls, so I'm now just going for glory, just pushing through this pack, because you start to get larger swarms and it becomes a fair bit difficult, more difficult towards the 3rd and the 4th lap. But other than that, you are fine. We've already succeeded. I'll leave you with the rest of the gameplay so that you can see the armoured Zeds and when they start to appear, and see how long I can run for. And you can stare in awe at all the floating trees as well. Anyway, take care, have fun today, and good luck out there.